Hey, this is Pat, and today we're checking out the new Icon Slabtown CE jacket. So the Slabtown CE takes what I think is Icon's heritage of good materials, fantastic armor, and overall protection and ventilation, and gives it a monochromic chrome style to it. You know, you get this is the dark green colorway. I think this would do well on commuter bikes, anybody riding around town, even on V-twins or things like that. I think this jacket would really fit in there, getting you through some of the spring to fall months and even into some of the hotter days of the summer. I really like the overall style. I think Icon did a fantastic job here and gave it this color as well as two other in just single color options here. When we're talking about sizing, Spurgeon here is actually wearing a large. If you look at the size chart, his 6'3" frame with 220 pounds and 44-inch chest actually puts him in an extra large, but we did go down one size, which is pretty true to what he usually does with Icon. Typically, he fits a large on there, and especially with the fact, Spurgeon, can you go ahead and open that main chest right there to show? There is an expansion vent at the main zipper, but it does add an extra 1 to 2 inches of fabric into the overall circumference. So just keep that in mind if you are planning on using that as a vent. You're definitely want to go down a full size on the size chart's recommendation. But overall, the main construction is a 450 denier nylon polyester throughout with a CE AA rating and full CE armor. You get CE armor at the elbow, shoulder, as well as the back. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But first, if we start up at the collar, we do have an inch-tall collar with a micro fleece line and rim up the side. And then one of my favorite features is actually a vent right up here at the collarbone. It does help get air through to the exhaust vents in the back and really cool you off. If you remove the thermal liner that's in here, you can get some of that airflow through for the hotter days of the summer. At the outer shoulder, I did mention you get D30. You get D30 CE level 1. It's their LP1 armor. You get that at the shoulder as well as the elbow. It's really soft, very ventilated, so it pairs nicely with those vents on the side. If we look at the sleeve, you come down to the elbow, that's when you really start getting some of the features. You get a full stretch from the elbow down to the forearm, and at the back, which we'll see once Spurgeon turns to the side more, you get accordion stretch with a pop of reflective on the outside. One thing I did want to note though, for that CE AA abrasion, you do get extra panels of 300 denier polyester between the armor and that outer shell, just to add a little bit of abrasion resistance in those key zones. Down at the cuff, if you could turn your cuff over on this one, we have a two-way zipper, so you can actually open it up to get your hand in, as well as open it from the top down just to add more ventilation. And that thermal liner inside the jacket is actually only a vest liner, so this stretch down the sleeves is going to ventilate through, so you wouldn't really be able to push this in the colder months of the year just because that stretch will never turn off the airflow. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to figure out seasonality with the new Slabtown. Coming down the chest, it's a really nice design. You got that full stretch nylon all the way throughout with the Icon logo up on the left side. That's actually a hard TPU logo. I would have preferred maybe a TPR, just softer, something that flexes with the body, but I don't mind it too much. I think it adds a nice style pop in my opinion. Two hand warmer pockets at each side. Go ahead and stash your phone in or your wallet or just to rest your hands in there. I really like that overall design. But if you go ahead and turn to the side, you'll see one of my favorite features in this jacket. The entire side is a full stretch panel. You can actually see it comes up to the shoulder blades and you get the stretch that I mentioned before at the back of the elbow. But this full stretch at the side really helps hit every riding position depending on where your bars are. You might be a little hunched over a little bit more or less. So I really like that they gave you that added feature on there. You get a great glimpse from the side too of the vent, the exhaust vents. You get two of those, one on each side, as well as an expansion, a Velcro adjuster down at the lower hem if you have to, pull in the jacket a little bit, especially when you have that main zipper undone as Spurgeon does. You can go ahead and face backwards, sir. Really clean back design. There's no reflective or anything like that coming down the back, so just a nice clean design. And again, that CE level 1 Viper D30 is included at the back, so you do have a full armor complement. Foam reinforcement down at the lower seat with the sublimated Icon logo over top, and a nice drop seat. Again, if you're wearing these with jeans, as Spurgeon is, you're not going to be exposing anything while you're in the riding position or anything like that going down the road. Go ahead and spin to the front, Spurgeon, and unzip. Let's get a picture of the interior of this one here. This is the actual thermal vest. It's just a vest liner, so it stops at the armpits. It's a horseshoe zipper, so you can remove that if you want from the other side. You get a Napoleon pocket, and underneath of this thermal is just a simple mesh liner on the inside of that. No connection zippers or belt loops or anything like that. That would be my one gripe for Icon. If you are watching this, go ahead and give us some sort of belt loop in the back just so we can secure it down. You don't have that jacket flapping up in the event of an accident. You can go ahead and zip that up, sir. But there you have it. The new Slabtown CE is, in my opinion, a nice single color design from Icon. Again, they're known for flashier styles and design met with quality materials. I think they're using the quality materials and aiming at a more subdued rider, and I think there's a lot of people out there that would like the Slabtown in their gear closet. So keep that in mind if you're shopping for it. I think this is an excellent option coming in, again, around that $250 price point. But if you have any other questions, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about the new Slabtown. If you still have questions, though, reach out to our customer service team. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Spurgeon and I and checking out the new Icon Slabtown CE jacket. I'm Pat. I'll see you in the next video.